300 species of animals live in the Chernobyl exclusion zone, the 1,000-square-mile area of land that was evacuated after the Chernobyl nuclear disaster in 1986. 17 of them are included in the Red Book of Ukraine, which tracks the country's threatened and endangered species. The lack of research done in the territory means that there could be many more. A newly created natural reserve provides new opportunities for scientists to understand the long-term effects of radiation on nature. It will be necessary to make some amendments to legislation. The legal framework of the exclusion zone is mostly designed to make barriers to prevent the spread of radioactive particles and materials. The purpose of creating a reserve is completely different. This is about the conservation and study of the biological diversity of this territory. One of the hardest hit parts of the exclusion zone is the so-called red forest, the 4-square-mile area surrounding the reactor where the trees died and turned red. Those trees have long since been knocked down and new ones have grown in their place, but parts of it are still contaminated. The radiation here is twice what it is over there. Despite the high background radiation, the animals who live here are the same as in any non-irradiated forest. They have not been shown to have any higher numbers of mutations than is normal. From here you can see the tracks of different kinds of hoofed animals. There are moose, deer, and horses. Of course, there are also carnivorous animals such as wolves and lynxes. Just half an hour ago, a hare was chased away from here. Another ecosystem formed after the accident is the so-called cooling pond of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. Over the last 30 years, it has dried up and formed small islands. 13 species of rare birds can be found here. They eat the fish that still live in the small ponds. An important element that will have to be explored will be the interactions between fish species who live in rivers and in ponds. Earlier, this is part of the Pripyat River. Fish farms are located right here. There are grass carp and white breams, and the fish that were usually bred in fish farms are brought here as well. Biologists say that the creation of a biosphere reserve in the Chernobyl zone will allow them to explore a natural system that is unlike what is found elsewhere in the world. International experts are also attracted to the project. This year, Japanese scientists who have studied the consequences of the accident at the nuclear power plant in Fukushima will also do research here.